I'm Kimberly Kay with your entertainment report from MidHudsonNews.com. Thanks to my sponsor, Making Faces Unisex Salon in Poughkeepsie and Fishkill. Call them today, 296-0700 or makingfacesusa.net. Well, Conan O'Brien is beardless again. He'd been growing it since he left NBC's Tonight Show, but Will Ferrell took clippers and a razor to the beard. Ferrell named the beard Excalibur. He had promised that the razor sleeps for no one. Ferrell did a rather haphazard job of it, so it was cleaned up when the shave was finished off camera. And afterwards, Ferrell saw O'Brien's clean-shaven mug again and said he'd made a terrible mistake. Well, January Jones is pregnant. She's not saying who the father is. Her publicist tells People.com that Jones is due in the fall. She broke up with Jason Sudeikis of Saturday Night Live last January. You may not have heard of British singer Ellie Goulding yet, but you will soon. Goulding performed at Will and Kate's wedding party, and her website says she'll be the musical guest on Saturday Night Live May 7th when Tina Fey hosts. Her website says she's going to be at Lollapalooza in Chicago this August. Well, speaking of Will and Kate, royal officials say Prince William and the Princess of Cambridge, Kate Middleton, have decided to take their honeymoon at a later date, and William will return to military duty. Officials said that this is the couple's personal preference. There were earlier indications that William would use 2 weeks leave for an immediate honeymoon, but sources say the couple is already back at their home in Wales. Rick Springfield is out of jail. He was released after being arrested by sheriff's deputies Sunday night on suspicion of drunken driving. The Los Angeles Sheriff's Department says Springfield was stopped after a deputy spotted him speeding in his 1963 Corvette. Authorities say his blood alcohol level was over the legal limit. Springfield is due in court for a July 5th hearing. And speaking of court, Richard Hatch hopes to be back in the outside world again. He hopes to get bail while he appeals his 9-month prison sentence. The sentence is for not paying taxes on the $1 million he won on the first season of Survivor. Hatch spent more than 3 years in prison for tax evasion and was let out in 2009 to serve 3 years of supervised release. He was ordered to refile his 2000 and 2001 taxes and pay what he owed. A judge in March ruled he never did that and sent him back to prison. He's being held in New York City. Hatch's lawyer says in a court filing that there are questions about whether Hatch actually violated his release. The people chosen for the jury for Michael Jackson's Doctor have been dismissed. That's because the trial won't start next week after all, but in September. A judge in Los Angeles County has delayed the trial of Dr. Conrad Murray, who has pleaded not guilty to involuntary manslaughter in Jackson's death. Jury selection will now begin anew on September 8th, with opening statements later that month. Murray's attorneys asked for the delay to prepare for new prosecution experts expected to testify. The Tony Awards have been announced, the Tony Award nominations, that is, and the Book of Mormon nabbed a leading 14 nominations, earning the Profane Musical nods for Best Musical, Best Book of a Musical, Best Original Score, 2 leading actor spots, and 2 featured actor nominations. The Scottsboro Boys, a searing tale of 1930s injustice framed as a minstrel show, received 12 nominations, including Best Musical, Best Book of a Musical, Best Original Score, as well as a leading actor and 2 featured actor nods. Among others who earned nominations were Al Pacino, who played Shylock in The Merchant of Venice, Vanessa Redgrave for Driving Miss Daisy, and Sutton Foster for Anything Goes. In local entertainment news, Mental Health Day is coming up. That is Friday, May 11th, and I frankly could use a mental health day. People.Inc. will host the first annual Mental Health Day. It's an outdoor event. It'll be from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Raymond Avenue in Poughkeepsie, on the lawn near the Alumni House at Vassar College. The event will offer an opportunity to break away from the stress of the day and enjoy food, friends, and a little fun while learning some vital information. You can visit projects2empower.org for more information. Thanks to my sponsor, Making Faces Unisex Salon and Spa in Poughkeepsie and Fishkill, featuring everything from hair and makeup services to eyebrow threading, laser treatments, and special occasion dresses. Call them today, 296-0700. That's your latest entertainment report. For a new update daily, log on to MidHudsonNews.com.